cheap V's. Expensive Mind, written and published by Ngasline. The fundamental difference between rich and poor people often begins in their minds, long before it manifests in their bank accounts. Wealthy individuals tend to approach life with an abundance mindset, seeing opportunities where others see obstacles and viewing money as a tool for growth rather than just a means of survival. This psychological framework shapes every financial decision they make and ultimately determines their economic trajectory. Rich people consistently demonstrate a profound understanding that wealth creation starts with mental programming. They recognize that their thoughts about money, success, and opportunity directly influence their actions and outcomes. While poor people often focus on immediate gratification and survival, wealthy individuals think in terms of expansion, leverage, and long-term growth. This difference in perspective leads to drastically different approaches to financial decisions and life choices. The wealthy have learned to overcome limiting beliefs about money that many people inherit from their upbringing or society. Where some see money as scarce or view wealth as something reserved for others, prosperous individuals have trained themselves to see money as abundant and attainable through strategic action. They understand that wealth is not just about luck or circumstance, but about making conscious choices and taking calculated risks. Another crucial aspect of the wealthy mindset is the ability to delay gratification. Rich people regularly sacrifice immediate pleasures for long-term gains, understanding that today's investments yield tomorrow's rewards. This patience and long-term thinking allow them to make decisions that may seem counterintuitive to others, but ultimately lead to greater wealth accumulation. The wealthy also maintain a different relationship with failure. While poor people often see failure as a definitive endpoint or a reason to give up, rich people view it as valuable feedback and a necessary step toward success. This resilience enables them to persist through challenges and learn from setbacks rather than being defeated by them. A key psychological trait of wealthy individuals is their proactive approach to problem solving. Instead of feeling victimized by circumstances, they take responsibility for their financial situation and actively seek solutions. They ask themselves empowering questions like, "How can I afford this?" rather than defeating statements like, "I can't afford this." This subtle shift in thinking opens up possibilities and encourages creative problem solving. The expensive mindset includes a strong belief in personal development and continuous learning. Wealthy people invest in their knowledge and skills, understanding that personal growth directly correlates with financial growth. They regularly read books, attend seminars, seek mentorship, and surround themselves with people who challenge them to think bigger and achieve more. Rich people also maintain a healthy relationship with money, viewing it as a neutral tool rather than attaching emotional significance to it. They understand that money is neither good nor evil, but simply responds to how it is managed. This emotional detachment allows them to make more rational financial decisions and avoid the psychological traps that often ensnare those with a scarcity mindset. The psychology of wealth extends beyond individual thinking to include how wealthy people view their role in society. They often see themselves as value creators rather than just consumers, looking for ways to solve problems and meet needs in the marketplace. This perspective leads them to spot opportunities for wealth creation that others might miss. One of the most powerful aspects of the wealthy mindset is the understanding that income is not limited by time or effort, but by value creation. While poor people often think in terms of trading time for money, rich people focus on creating systems and solutions that generate value independently of their direct involvement. This shift in thinking opens up possibilities for exponential rather than linear growth. Value V's, price mentality. One of the fundamental differences between wealthy and poor mindsets lies in how they perceive value versus price. Those with a cheap mindset often fixate solely on the price tag, making decisions based on immediate costs without considering long-term implications. In contrast, those with an expensive mindset understand that true value extends far beyond the initial purchase price. Consider two individuals shopping for a work suit. The person with a cheap mindset might opt for a $100 suit that looks decent, but is made with lower quality materials and construction. They feel satisfied with their immediate savings. The person with an expensive mindset might invest $800 in a well-crafted suit made from superior materials. While the upfront cost is higher, the expensive suit maintains its appearance longer, requires less frequent replacement, and could enhance professional opportunities through improved presentation. This value-oriented thinking extends into broader financial decisions. Wealthy individuals often prioritize investing in themselves through education, skills development, and personal growth. They recognize that paying for quality coaching, mentorship, or advanced training isn't merely an expense, but rather an investment that can yield substantial returns over time. Meanwhile, those with a cheap mindset might avoid these opportunities, viewing them solely as costs to be minimized. Long-term thinking is another crucial aspect of the value mentality. Wealthy individuals typically consider the extended implications of their financial choices. When purchasing a home, they evaluate factors like appreciation potential, maintenance costs, and neighborhood development trends. They might pay more initially for a property in an up-and-coming area, understanding that future value appreciation could far exceed the price difference. Conversely, those with a cheap mindset might focus exclusively on finding the lowest purchase price, potentially missing opportunities for significant long-term gains. The investment mindset versus the spending mindset also manifests in daily decisions. Those with an expensive mindset view money as a tool for creating more value. They might spend more on high-quality tools that enhance productivity, invest in energy-efficient appliances that reduce long-term costs, or purchase preventive maintenance services that avoid costly repairs. The cheap mindset often leads to reactive spending, waiting until something breaks before addressing it, ultimately resulting in higher costs and inconvenience. This distinction becomes particularly evident in business decisions. Successful entrepreneurs understand that cutting corners on essential business elements like branding, website development, or customer service infrastructure can limit growth potential. They're willing to invest appropriately in their business foundation, knowing that quality investments often pay dividends through enhanced customer experience and brand reputation. Those with a cheap mindset might choose the lowest cost options across the board, potentially hampering their business's growth and profitability. The value V's. Price mentality also influences how individuals approach relationships and networking. Those with an expensive mindset understand the value of paying for access to valuable networks, conferences, or exclusive memberships. They recognize that the connections and opportunities gained can far outweigh the monetary investment. Those with a cheap mindset might avoid these expenses, missing out on potential partnerships and growth opportunities. Time value considerations also play a crucial role in this mindset difference. Wealthy individuals often choose to pay for services that free up their time for more valuable activities. They might hire a cleaning service, personal assistant, or lawn care company, understanding that their time is better spent on high-value activities that generate more significant returns. Those with a cheap mindset might insist on doing everything themselves to save money, potentially limiting their earning potential in the process. The power of financial education. Financial education stands as one of the most striking differences between the wealthy and those struggling with money. The rich understand that knowledge about money isn't just about basic budgeting or saving. It's about developing a comprehensive understanding of how money works, moves, and multiplies in the modern economy. Wealthy individuals consistently invest time and resources in expanding their financial knowledge. They attend seminars, read financial books, subscribe to economic publications, and seek mentorship from those more experienced in wealth creation. This continuous learning process helps them identify opportunities, understand market trends, and make informed decisions about their money. They view financial education as an investment rather than an expense, recognizing that the knowledge gained can yield returns far exceeding the initial cost. In contrast, many people with limited financial means often rely on common misconceptions and inherited beliefs about money. These might include ideas like money is the root of all evil or you need money to make money. Such limiting beliefs can prevent them from taking necessary steps toward financial growth. They might also depend on potentially unreliable sources like social media, friends, or family members who may not have achieved financial success themselves. The wealthy approach financial education systematically. They study various aspects of money management, including investment strategies, tax laws, business operations, and market economics. This comprehensive understanding allows them to make more sophisticated financial decisions and recognize opportunities that others might miss. They also stay updated with changing financial landscapes, understanding that yesterday's strategies might not work in today's economic environment. Poor financial education often manifests in simple yet costly mistakes. Many people lack understanding about compound interest, tax efficiency, or the time value of money. They might make decisions based on emotions rather than facts, leading to impulsive purchases or ill-timed investments. Without proper financial education, they might also fall prey to get rich, quick schemes or make high-risk investments without understanding the potential consequences. Rich people also recognize that financial education extends beyond personal finance. They study business principles, economic cycles, and global markets. This broader perspective helps them understand how different aspects of the economy interact and influence each other. They can then position themselves advantageously, whether it's through strategic investments, business opportunities, or protective measures during economic downturns. Another crucial aspect of financial education that wealthy individuals embrace is the practical application of knowledge. They don't just accumulate information, they actively test and implement what they learn. They might start small businesses, experiment with different investment strategies, or create systems for passive income. This hands-on approach provides real-world experience that books alone cannot offer. The power of financial education lies not just in accumulating knowledge, but in developing the ability to think critically about money matters. Wealthy individuals learn to question common assumptions, analyze opportunities objectively, and make decisions based on solid principles rather than emotions or popular opinion. They understand that financial education is a lifelong journey, not a destination, and they remain committed to learning and growing their understanding of wealth creation and preservation. This educational mindset creates a positive cycle. Increased knowledge leads to better decisions, which leads to better results, which in turn motivates further learning. It's a self-reinforcing pattern that continues to build wealth over time. The expensive mind recognizes this pattern and embraces it, while the cheap mind often remains trapped in a cycle of financial ignorance and missed opportunities. Income streams and wealth building. The fundamental difference between wealthy and poor individuals often lies in their approach to generating income. While those with a limited financial mindset tend to rely solely on a single income source, typically their job, wealthy individuals understand the importance of developing multiple income streams. This diversification not only provides financial security, but also creates opportunities for exponential wealth growth. The concept of active income versus passive income plays a crucial role in wealth building. Active income, earned through direct time and effort investment like a regular job, is how most people start their financial journey. However, wealthy individuals recognize that true financial freedom comes from developing passive income sources that generate money with minimal ongoing effort. These can include rental properties, dividend, paying investments, business systems, royalties, and online platforms that continue to produce income even while they sleep. Wealthy individuals approach income generation as a strategic game of chess, always thinking several moves ahead. They understand that each income stream they develop can serve as a foundation for building additional sources of revenue. For instance, they might use the profits from their primary business to invest in real estate, which then generates rental income that can be reinvested in dividend-paying stocks. This cascading effect of multiple income sources creates a powerful wealth-building machine. The wealthy also recognize the importance of scalability in their income-generating activities. Instead of trading time for money in a linear fashion, They focus on creating systems and processes that can be replicated and expanded. This might involve developing a business model that can be franchised, creating digital products that can be sold infinitely, or building a team that can operate independently while generating profits. Poor people often fall into the trap of believing that working harder at their single job is the key to financial success. They might take on overtime or a second job, essentially doubling down on active income. While this can provide temporary financial relief, it doesn't create the leverage necessary for building substantial wealth. The wealthy understand that it's not about working harder, but about working smarter by creating systems that generate income independently of their direct effort. Creating sustainable wealth requires a shift in thinking from immediate gratification to long-term value creation. Wealthy individuals invest time and resources in developing income streams that appreciate over time. They focus on building assets that not only generate current income, but also have the potential to increase in value, creating a double benefit of cash flow and appreciation. The development of multiple income streams also provides protection against economic uncertainties. When one source of income is affected by market conditions, others can help maintain financial stability. This diversification is a key strategy that wealthy individuals use to protect and grow their wealth over time. Technology and the digital age have created unprecedented opportunities for developing multiple income streams. Wealthy individuals actively seek out and leverage these opportunities, whether through online businesses, digital investments, or innovative platforms. They understand that the Internet has removed many traditional barriers to entry and made it possible to create global income streams with relatively low initial investment. The path to developing multiple income streams requires patience, strategic thinking, and a willingness to learn from failures. Wealthy individuals view each unsuccessful attempt not as a setback, but as valuable education in their wealth-building journey. They understand that building sustainable wealth is a progressive process that requires consistent effort and adaptation to changing market conditions. Risk management. Risk management is one of the most distinctive elements that separate wealthy individuals from those struggling financially. The wealthy approach risk with a calculated and strategic mindset, understanding that measured risk taking is essential for wealth creation. They recognize that playing it too safe can be just as dangerous as being reckless, as excessive caution often leads to missed opportunities and stagnant growth. Wealthy individuals spend considerable time analyzing potential risks and rewards before making financial decisions. They gather information, seek expert advice, and carefully evaluate various scenarios. This thorough approach allows them to make informed choices rather than emotional ones. They understand that risk isn't about gambling, but about making educated decisions based on solid research and careful consideration. In contrast, poor people often have a binary view of risk, seeing it as either completely safe or extremely dangerous. This oversimplified perspective frequently leads them to avoid risk altogether, or, conversely, to take unnecessary risks without proper evaluation. Their fear of losing what little they have can paralyze them from taking any action, or their desperation might push them into high-risk situations without adequate preparation. The wealthy also understand the concept of diversification as a risk management tool. They spread their investments across different assets, sectors, and geographical locations. This strategy helps protect their wealth from market volatility and economic uncertainties. They don't put all their eggs in one basket, whether in investments, business ventures, or income streams. Another crucial aspect of risk management that wealthy individuals grasp is the importance of timing. They understand market cycles, economic indicators, and industry trends. This knowledge helps them identify when to take calculated risks and when to be more conservative. They're patient enough to wait for the right opportunity rather than rushing into decisions based on fear or greed. Insurance and legal protection are also vital components of risk management that wealthy individuals take seriously. They ensure their assets are properly protected through various insurance policies and legal structures. This protection allows them to take bigger risks with confidence, knowing their downside is limited. Poor people often overlook these protective measures, either due to cost concerns or lack of awareness. This leaves them vulnerable to significant losses when things go wrong, reinforcing their fear of taking risks. The wealthy, however, view insurance and legal protection as necessary investments rather than expenses. The wealthy also understand that not all risks are financial. They consider reputation risk, operational risk, and strategic risk in their decision-making process. They build emergency funds and maintain good credit scores to ensure they have options when opportunities or challenges arise. This comprehensive approach to risk management helps them maintain and grow their wealth over time. Risk management for the wealthy isn't about eliminating risk. It's about understanding, measuring, and controlling it. They know that wealth creation requires stepping out of comfort zones and taking calculated risks. They develop systems and processes to evaluate opportunities, set clear parameters for risk taking, and maintain discipline in their approach. The key to successful risk management lies in developing a balanced perspective. It's about finding the sweet spot between being overly cautious and recklessly aggressive. Wealthy individuals understand this balance and continuously refine their risk management strategies based on experience and changing circumstances. They view risk as a necessary component of growth and approach it with respect rather than fear. Time management and productivity. Time is the most democratic resource in the world. Everyone gets 24 hours per day, regardless of their wealth or status. However, the way rich and poor people perceive and utilize their time creates vastly different outcomes in their lives. Wealthy individuals understand that time is their most valuable non-renewable resource, treating each hour as an investment that should generate returns, whether financial, personal, or professional. Rich people typically maintain strict schedules and prioritize activities that generate the highest value. They recognize that watching television for hours, scrolling through social media, or engaging in unproductive activities directly impacts their wealth-building potential. Instead, they invest their time in activities that enhance their knowledge, skills, or financial position. This might include reading industry publications, attending networking events, or working on business strategies. Poor people often fall into the trap of viewing time as something to be passed rather than invested. They may spend hours consuming entertainment or engaging in activities that provide immediate gratification but offer no long-term benefits. This mindset creates a cycle where time is constantly exchanged for temporary pleasure rather than future prosperity. Wealthy individuals also understand the concept of leverage when it comes to time management. They recognize that they don't need to do everything themselves and are willing to delegate tasks that others can handle more efficiently. This might mean hiring a cleaning service, employing a virtual assistant, or outsourcing routine business tasks. While poor people might view such expenses as unnecessary luxuries, rich people understand that paying someone else to handle certain tasks frees up their time for more valuable activities. Productivity systems play a crucial role in wealth creation. Rich people often implement structured approaches to managing their tasks and projects. They use tools and techniques that help them focus on high priority activities and eliminate distractions. This might include time-blocking methods, productivity apps, or regular planning sessions to ensure their time aligns with their goals. The wealthy also understand the importance of saying no to activities that don't align with their objectives. They realize that each commitment represents an investment of time that could be spent on more profitable endeavors. Poor people, on the other hand, often struggle with boundary setting and may find themselves overwhelmed with commitments that don't contribute to their financial growth. Another crucial distinction lies in how rich people view their energy management. They recognize that productivity isn't just about managing time, but also about maintaining optimal physical and mental performance. This leads them to prioritize activities like exercise, proper nutrition, and adequate rest, investments that poor people might view as optional luxuries. Rich people also understand the value of creating systems and processes that automate or streamline recurring tasks. They invest time up front to develop efficient workflows that save countless hours in the long run. Poor people often resist such investments, preferring to handle things on a case-by-case basis, which ultimately consumes more time and energy. The relationship between time management and wealth creation is cyclical. Better time management leads to increased productivity, which generates more opportunities for wealth creation. This, in turn, provides resources to implement even more effective time management strategies. Understanding and applying these principles is essential for anyone seeking to develop an expansive mindset and build lasting wealth. Network and net worth. The correlation between your network and net worth is not just a catchy phrase. It's a fundamental truth in wealth building that distinguishes the affluent from those struggling financially. Wealthy individuals understand that strategic relationships are as valuable as monetary assets, and they actively cultivate connections that can lead to opportunities, knowledge, and growth. Rich people approach networking with intentionality and purpose. They seek out relationships with individuals who challenge their thinking, expand their horizons, and open doors to new possibilities. Rather than limiting their social circle to people of similar backgrounds or income levels, they actively pursue connections with those who have achieved higher levels of success. This exposure to different perspectives and success stories provides them with valuable insights and inspiration for their own wealth-building journey. In contrast, those with a cheap mindset often view networking as manipulative or unnecessary. They may feel uncomfortable in situations where they need to build new relationships or believe that success should come solely through individual effort. This limiting belief prevents them from accessing the collective wisdom, resources, and opportunities that come through strong professional relationships. The wealthy also understand the concept of social capital, the idea that relationships can be invested in and leveraged for mutual benefit. They approach relationship building with a giving mindset, always looking for ways to provide value to others before expecting anything in return. This creates a network of goodwill that often translates into business opportunities, partnerships, and valuable introductions. Strategic relationships in the wealthy person's network typically include mentors who provide guidance and wisdom, peers who offer collaboration opportunities, and mentees who bring fresh perspectives and energy. They also maintain connections with professionals like accountants, lawyers, and financial advisors who can provide expert advice for wealth preservation and growth. The power of these networks becomes evident in how wealthy individuals approach new opportunities. Rather than starting from scratch, they can tap into their network for information, resources, or partnerships. A single phone call to the right person in their network can open doors that might take others years to access. This efficiency in leveraging relationships is a crucial factor in accelerating wealth creation. Technology and social media have revolutionized networking, but wealthy individuals understand that genuine relationships require more than digital connections. They invest time and energy in maintaining meaningful relationships through regular communication, face-to-face meetings, and genuine interest in others' success. They attend industry events, join mastermind groups, and participate in high-level networking organizations where they can connect with like-minded individuals. The impact of network quality on net worth becomes particularly evident during challenging times. When faced with setbacks or obstacles, wealthy individuals can rely on their network for support, advice, and opportunities to recover and grow. Their networks often become safety nets that provide resilience during economic downturns and launchpads for new ventures during periods of opportunity. Those seeking to build wealth must recognize that expanding their network is as crucial as expanding their financial knowledge. It requires stepping out of comfort zones, being genuinely interested in others, and consistently adding value to relationships. The process of building a powerful network takes time and effort, but the returns in terms of opportunities, knowledge, and growth potential are invaluable for long-term wealth creation. Asset accumulation fees. Liability acquisition. The fundamental difference between wealthy and poor individuals often lies in their understanding and approach to assets and liabilities. Wealthy individuals have mastered the art of accumulating assets while minimizing liabilities, whereas those struggling financially tend to accumulate liabilities while mistaking them for assets. This distinction forms the cornerstone of wealth building and financial independence. True assets generate income or appreciate in value over time, putting money into your pocket regularly. These include rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, bonds, business investments, intellectual property, and other investments that create positive cash flow. Wealthy individuals prioritize acquiring these income-producing assets, understanding that each acquisition strengthens their financial foundation and creates additional income streams. In contrast, poor individuals often misclassify their purchases as assets when they're actually liabilities. A common example is the misconception about car ownership. While a vehicle might be necessary for daily life, it typically depreciates in value and requires ongoing expenses for maintenance, insurance, and fuel. Wealthy individuals recognize this distinction and either minimize their vehicle expenses or find ways to turn them into actual assets, such as using them for business purposes or generating income through ride-sharing services. The wealthy also understand the power of leveraging good debt to acquire assets. They might use mortgages to purchase rental properties or business loans to expand operations, knowing that the asset's income will more than cover the debt payments while building equity. Poor individuals, however, often use consumer debt to acquire liabilities, such as credit card debt for consumable goods or loans for depreciating assets. Investment patterns of wealthy individuals reveal a strategic approach to asset accumulation. They diversify their portfolios across various asset classes, including real estate, stocks, bonds, and business investments. They understand market cycles and often buy assets when they're undervalued, holding them for long-term appreciation. They also reinvest their returns, creating a compounding effect that accelerates wealth building over time. Common financial mistakes of poor individuals include focusing on immediate gratification rather than long-term value creation. They might spend money on the latest consumer goods, luxury items, or entertainment without considering how these purchases affect their financial future. They often fall into the trap of thinking that certain purchases will make them appear wealthy, when in reality, these items are draining their resources and preventing actual wealth accumulation. The wealthy also understand the importance of maintaining and protecting their assets. They invest in insurance, regular maintenance, and professional management when necessary. They recognize that preserving wealth is just as important as creating it, and they take steps to protect their assets from depreciation, legal issues, and other potential threats. Another crucial aspect is the understanding of asset optimization. Wealthy individuals constantly look for ways to make their assets work harder for them. They might refinance properties to take advantage of better interest rates, upgrade rental properties to command higher rents, or restructure business operations to improve profitability. They view their assets as dynamic instruments that can be optimized rather than static possessions. The path to wealth creation begins with understanding this fundamental difference between assets and liabilities. It requires a shift in mindset from consumption to investment, from immediate gratification to long-term value creation. By focusing on acquiring and optimizing income-producing assets while minimizing unnecessary liabilities, individuals can build sustainable wealth and achieve financial independence. Money management habits. Money management habits form the cornerstone of financial success, and the stark difference between wealthy and poor individuals often lies in their daily financial practices. Wealthy individuals typically approach money management with intention and structure, treating it as a crucial aspect of their lives that deserves careful attention and planning. They maintain detailed records of their income and expenses, understanding that what gets measured gets managed. Wealthy individuals generally follow a systematic approach to budgeting, often allocating their income before it arrives. They typically use the pay yourself first principle, automatically directing a portion of their income to investments and savings before addressing other expenses. This differs significantly from those with a poverty mindset, who often spend first and save whatever remains, which usually results in little to no savings. The saving practices between these two groups also show marked differences. Wealthy individuals tend to save consistently, regardless of their income level, often setting aside 20 or more of their earnings. They view saving as non-negotiable rather than an optional activity. In contrast, those with limited financial means often adopt an all-or-nothing approach to saving, waiting for extra money that rarely materializes or believing they'll start saving once they earn more. Spending patterns reveal another crucial distinction. Wealthy individuals typically spend money strategically, focusing on value rather than immediate gratification. They're more likely to research purchases thoroughly, compare options, and consider the long-term implications of their spending decisions. They often spend money on things that appreciate in value or contribute to their personal or professional growth. Conversely, those struggling financially tend to make more impulsive purchases, often driven by emotional factors or short-term thinking. Investment practices also differ significantly. Wealthy individuals generally maintain a diverse investment portfolio, regularly reviewing and adjusting their investments based on market conditions and personal goals. They understand the importance of making their money work for them and are more likely to seek professional financial advice. Those with limited means often view investing as something only rich people do or consider it too risky, missing out on potential growth opportunities. Another notable difference lies in how each group handles unexpected expenses. Wealthy individuals typically maintain an emergency fund covering 6 to 12 months of expenses, allowing them to handle unexpected situations without derailing their financial plans. They view this as insurance against life's uncertainties rather than an optional luxury. Those living paycheck to paycheck often lack this financial buffer, leading to increased stress and potential reliance on high-interest debt when emergencies arise. The use of credit also reveals distinct patterns. Wealthy individuals tend to use credit strategically, leveraging it for investments or purchases that can generate returns. They maintain excellent credit scores and often negotiate better terms on loans and credit cards. Those struggling financially may view credit as an extension of their income, using it for everyday expenses and accumulating high-interest debt. Regular financial review is another habit that sets wealthy individuals apart. They frequently assess their financial position, track their net worth, and adjust their strategies based on changing circumstances and goals. They view money management as an ongoing process rather than a one-time event. Those with limited financial means often avoid looking at their finances altogether, leading to missed opportunities for improvement and potential problems going unaddressed. These money management habits, while seemingly simple, create compound effects over time. The consistent application of sound financial practices, combined with a strategic approach to handling money, creates a foundation for building and maintaining wealth. The good news is that these habits can be learned and developed by anyone willing to make the necessary changes in their approach to money management. Business mindset. The fundamental difference between wealthy and poor individuals often lies in their approach to business and entrepreneurship. While those with a cheap mindset tend to focus solely on trading their time for money through traditional employment, those with an expensive mindset understand the power of building and owning business systems that generate wealth. Rich people consistently view the world through the lens of opportunity. They see problems as potential business solutions waiting to be discovered. When they encounter a gap in the market or identify an inefficiency, their first instinct is to develop a solution that can be monetized. This entrepreneurial thinking extends beyond just starting businesses. It encompasses identifying opportunities in existing markets, creating innovative solutions, and building scalable systems that can operate independently of their direct involvement. The employee mindset, typically associated with a cheap mentality, focuses on job security, regular paychecks, and limited risk. While there's nothing inherently wrong with employment, the limitation lies in the ceiling it places on wealth creation. Employees trade their most valuable asset, time, for a fixed amount of money, creating a direct correlation between hours worked and income earned. This linear relationship makes it challenging to build substantial wealth, as there are only so many hours in a day. In contrast, the business owner mindset focuses on leveraging systems, people, and resources to create value that transcends personal time investment. Successful entrepreneurs understand that real wealth comes from building something that can operate and generate income without their constant presence. They focus on creating assets that appreciate over time and produce passive income streams. This might include traditional businesses, online enterprises, real estate investments, or intellectual property. The expensive mindset also recognizes the importance of intellectual property and brand building. While those with a cheap mindset might focus on selling their time or physical products, wealthy individuals understand the value of creating and owning intellectual property that can be licensed, scaled, and monetized repeatedly without significant additional investment. Another crucial aspect of the business mindset is the approach to problem solving. Those with an expensive mindset view problems as opportunities to create value and generate profit. They understand that every market inefficiency represents a potential business venture. Instead of complaining about problems, they ask themselves, how can I solve this issue at scale and profit from the solution? The business mindset also encompasses the ability to think in terms of systems and processes. Wealthy individuals understand that successful businesses aren't built on individual heroics, but on repeatable, scalable systems. They focus on creating standard operating procedures, implementing efficient processes, and building teams that can execute their vision. This systematic approach allows their businesses to grow beyond their personal capabilities and time constraints. Risk tolerance is another distinguishing factor between cheap and expensive mindsets in business. While those with a cheap mindset often avoid risk at all costs, successful entrepreneurs understand that calculated risks are necessary for growth and wealth creation. They're willing to invest time, money, and resources into opportunities with potential for significant returns, even if success isn't guaranteed. The expensive mindset also recognizes the importance of continuous innovation and adaptation. Successful business owners understand that markets evolve, consumer preferences change, and technology advances. They remain flexible and willing to pivot their business strategies when necessary, always keeping an eye on long-term sustainability and growth rather than short-term stability. Building a business mindset requires a fundamental shift in how one views work, money, and value creation. It means moving from thinking like an employee to thinking like an owner, from trading time for money to creating systems that generate wealth, and from avoiding risk to embracing calculated opportunities. This transformation in thinking is often the first step toward building substantial wealth and achieving financial freedom. Generational wealth. Building generational wealth transcends the simple act of accumulating money. It represents a profound shift in mindset that distinguishes wealthy individuals from those trapped in poverty cycles. The wealthy understand that true financial success isn't measured by immediate gains, but by the lasting impact their wealth creates across multiple generations. This perspective shapes their decision-making, investment strategies, and approach to financial education within their families. The foundation of generational wealth begins with intentional planning and strategic asset allocation. Wealthy individuals prioritize investments that appreciate over time, such as real estate, diverse investment portfolios, and established businesses. These assets serve as vehicles for wealth transfer, creating sustainable income streams that can support future generations. They also focus on building strong financial structures through trusts, family-limited partnerships, and other legal entities that protect and efficiently transfer wealth to their descendants. Education plays a pivotal role in maintaining and growing generational wealth. Affluent families invest considerable time and resources in teaching their children about money management, investment principles, and business acumen from an early age. They understand that financial literacy is as crucial as academic education, often creating hands-on learning experiences through family businesses or investment projects. Children in wealthy families learn to view money as a tool for creating value rather than just a means of consumption. The concept of legacy building extends beyond financial assets. Wealthy individuals emphasize the development of entrepreneurial skills, professional networks, and valuable connections that can benefit future generations. They cultivate relationships with financial advisors, legal experts, and business mentors who can guide their children and grandchildren. This network becomes an intangible yet invaluable asset that contributes to the family's long-term success. Risk management and wealth preservation strategies form another crucial aspect of generational wealth planning. This includes diversifying investments across different asset classes, geographic locations, and industries to protect against market volatility and economic changes. Wealthy families often establish family offices or work with wealth management professionals to ensure their assets are properly managed and protected for future generations. The mindset difference becomes particularly evident in how wealth is viewed and discussed within families. While those with a limited financial perspective might avoid money conversations or treat wealth as a taboo subject, affluent families maintain open dialogues about financial matters. They regularly hold family meetings to discuss investment strategies, business opportunities, and philanthropic initiatives, ensuring all family members understand their roles in preserving and growing the family wealth. Philanthropy and social responsibility often become integral components of generational wealth planning. Wealthy families recognize the importance of giving back to society while teaching their descendants the value of social impact and responsible wealth management. They establish family foundations or charitable trusts that serve dual purposes, making meaningful contributions to society while providing tax-efficient vehicles for wealth transfer. Creating generational wealth requires a delicate balance between preservation and growth. While conservative investment strategies protect existing assets, calculated risks and innovation ensure the family's wealth continues to expand. This balanced approach, combined with strong financial education and clear communication across generations, creates a sustainable framework for long-term wealth accumulation and transfer. The ability to think and plan beyond one's own lifetime represents a fundamental difference between the wealthy and poor mindsets. While those struggling financially often focus on immediate needs and short-term solutions, wealthy individuals understand that true financial success requires a multi-generational perspective, careful planning, and the development of sustainable wealth-building practices that can benefit their descendants for generations to come. Lifestyle choices. The choices we make daily shape not only our present circumstances, but our financial future. Wealthy individuals approach their lifestyle decisions with careful consideration of long-term impact, while those struggling financially often make choices based on immediate gratification. This fundamental difference in decision-making creates a widening gap between the two mindsets over time. Wealthy individuals understand that their daily choices compound into significant outcomes. They recognize that seemingly small decisions, like choosing to prepare meals at home instead of eating out regularly, can have substantial financial implications when viewed over months and years. They approach spending with intention, considering whether each purchase aligns with their long-term goals and values. This doesn't mean they never indulge or enjoy luxury items. Rather, they make conscious decisions about when and how to spend their money. In contrast, those with a cheaper mindset often make decisions based on immediate circumstances without considering the broader impact. They might choose the lowest priced option without evaluating quality, durability, or long-term cost-effectiveness. This approach frequently leads to repeated purchases of the same items or costly repairs that could have been avoided with an initial investment in quality. Quality of life investments represent another crucial distinction between these mindsets. Wealthy individuals often prioritize spending on personal development, health, and experiences that enrich their lives and potentially increase their earning capacity. They might invest in advanced education, professional coaching, or preventive health care. These investments may seem expensive in the short term, but typically yield significant returns over time, both financially and in terms of life satisfaction. The concept of conscious spending plays a vital role in lifestyle choices. Wealthy individuals typically maintain awareness of their spending patterns and regularly evaluate their purchases' alignment with their goals. They understand that every dollar spent represents a trade-off and make decisions accordingly. This awareness extends beyond just monitoring expenses to understanding the opportunity cost of each purchase. Housing choices provide a clear example of different mindsets in action. While those with a cheaper mindset might choose housing based primarily on monthly payment amounts, wealthy individuals consider factors like location, appreciation potential, maintenance costs, and how the property fits into their overall financial strategy. They might choose to live below their means in certain areas to free up resources for investments or other wealth-building opportunities. Transportation decisions also reflect this mindset difference. Wealthy individuals often focus on vehicles that balance reliability, maintenance costs, and residual value rather than solely on purchase price or monthly payments. They understand that a vehicle is typically a depreciating asset and make choices that minimize this impact while meeting their needs effectively. Entertainment and leisure choices reveal another aspect of these contrasting approaches. Those with an expensive mindset often seek experiences and activities that provide lasting value, whether through learning opportunities, relationship building, or personal enrichment. They might invest in travel that includes cultural education or networking opportunities, rather than purely recreational vacations. The impact of these daily decisions extends beyond individual financial outcomes to influence relationships, career opportunities, and overall life satisfaction. Wealthy individuals recognize that their lifestyle choices create ripple effects across various aspects of their lives. They understand that investing in quality, whether in material goods or experiences, often pays dividends in unexpected ways through improved relationships, enhanced opportunities, and reduced stress levels. Developing awareness of how daily choices impact long-term outcomes represents a crucial step in transitioning from a cheap to an expensive mindset. This awareness, combined with intentional decision-making, creates a foundation for sustainable wealth building and improved quality of life. Debt management. The way people handle debt often reveals their underlying financial mindset. Those with an expensive mindset understand that debt can be a powerful tool when used strategically, while those with a cheap mindset frequently view all debt as inherently negative. The reality is that debt management requires a nuanced understanding of how different types of debt can either build or destroy wealth. Good debt is any form of borrowing that helps generate income or increase net worth over time. Examples include mortgages for investment properties, business loans for expansion, or student loans for education that enhances earning potential. Wealthy individuals strategically use these types of debt as leverage to accelerate their wealth-building journey. They understand that borrowing money at a lower interest rate to invest in opportunities with higher returns can create substantial wealth over time. In contrast, bad debt typically involves borrowing for consumables or depreciating assets, often at high interest rates. Credit card balances, payday loans, and auto loans for luxury vehicles fall into this category. People with a cheap mindset often accumulate bad debt through impulse purchases and poor financial planning, leading to a cycle of paying high interest rates that erodes their wealth-building potential. The wealthy approach leverage opportunities with careful consideration and thorough analysis. They evaluate the potential return on investment, risk factors, and have clear exit strategies before taking on debt. For example, a real estate investor might use a mortgage to purchase a rental property, knowing that the rental income will cover the loan payments while building equity and potentially appreciating in value. Debt elimination strategies also differ significantly between mindsets. Those with an expensive mindset prioritize eliminating high-interest debt while maintaining productive debt that generates returns. They might keep a low-interest mortgage while aggressively paying off credit card balances. They also understand the importance of maintaining a good credit score, which gives them access to better borrowing terms and more opportunities. People with a cheap mindset often take a less strategic approach to debt elimination. They might focus on paying off all debt indiscriminately, even low-interest loans that could be used productively. This approach can actually slow down wealth building by directing resources away from potential investments with higher returns. Understanding the time value of money is crucial in debt management. Wealthy individuals recognize that inflation can make fixed-rate debt more advantageous over time, as they repay loans with dollars that are worth less than when they borrowed. They also consider opportunity costs when deciding whether to pay off debt early or invest the money elsewhere. The ability to negotiate debt terms is another distinguishing factor. Those with an expensive mindset actively seek better terms, refinancing opportunities, and ways to optimize their debt structure. They maintain relationships with multiple financial institutions and understand how to leverage their credit profile for better terms. Conversely, those with a cheap mindset often accept whatever terms are offered and may not realize they can negotiate. Smart debt management also involves creating emergency funds and backup plans to ensure debt obligations can be met even during challenging times. Wealthy individuals maintain adequate insurance coverage and liquid assets to protect their leveraged positions. They understand that responsible debt management isn't just about borrowing wisely, but also about having systems in place to handle unexpected situations. The path to financial freedom doesn't necessarily mean avoiding all debt, but rather learning to use it wisely as a tool for wealth creation. By developing an expensive mindset toward debt management, individuals can transform their relationship with borrowing from one of fear and avoidance to one of strategic utilization for financial growth. Wealth preservation. Wealth preservation represents a critical distinction between those with an expensive mindset and those with a cheap mindset. While building wealth is essential, protecting and maintaining it requires equal attention and strategic planning. The wealthy understand that preserving their assets involves multiple layers of protection and careful consideration of various risks that could impact their financial security. Insurance plays a vital role in wealth preservation, and those with an expensive mindset view it as an investment rather than an expense. They maintain comprehensive coverage across multiple areas, including life, health, property, and liability insurance. This protective barrier ensures that unexpected events don't erode their wealth. They also understand the importance of umbrella policies that provide additional liability coverage beyond standard insurance limits, protecting their assets from potential lawsuits or claims. Estate planning represents another crucial aspect of wealth preservation that the wealthy prioritize. They work with professional advisors to establish trusts, wills, and other legal structures that protect their assets and ensure efficient transfer to future generations. These structures often include mechanisms to minimize estate taxes and protect against creditors. The wealthy also regularly review and update their estate plans to reflect changes in tax laws, family circumstances, and financial situations. Tax efficiency strategies form a cornerstone of wealth preservation. Those with an expensive mindset actively seek legal ways to minimize their tax burden through strategic investment choices, business structures, and timing of income recognition. They understand the impact of tax-advantaged investments, such as municipal bonds, retirement accounts, and certain real estate investments. They also recognize the importance of working with tax professionals to implement sophisticated tax planning strategies that align with their overall financial goals. Asset diversification serves as another key wealth preservation technique. The wealthy spread their investments across different asset classes, geographic regions, and investment vehicles to minimize risk. They understand that concentration in any single investment or asset class could expose them to unnecessary risk. This diversification extends beyond traditional investments to include alternative assets like real estate, private equity, and precious metals. The wealthy also emphasize the importance of regular portfolio rebalancing and monitoring. They understand that market conditions change and maintaining their desired asset allocation requires periodic adjustments. They work with financial advisors to ensure their investment strategy remains aligned with their goals while managing risk appropriately. Risk management extends beyond traditional insurance and investment diversification. The wealthy often establish legal structures like limited liability companies, LCs, or family limited partnerships to protect their assets from business or personal liabilities. They also maintain emergency funds and liquid assets to handle unexpected expenses without disrupting their long-term investment strategy. Digital asset protection has become increasingly important in wealth preservation. The wealthy recognize the need to secure their online financial accounts, protect sensitive information, and ensure proper digital estate planning. They implement robust cybersecurity measures and maintain detailed records of their digital assets and access information. Those with an expensive mindset also understand the importance of building a team of professional advisors. They work with attorneys, accountants, financial planners, and insurance specialists who coordinate their efforts to create comprehensive wealth preservation strategies. This team approach ensures that all aspects of their financial life work together cohesively to protect and preserve their wealth. Wealth preservation requires ongoing education and adaptation to changing circumstances. The wealthy stay informed about new threats to their wealth, emerging protection strategies, and changes in laws and regulations that could impact their financial security. They remain proactive in adjusting their wealth preservation strategies to address new challenges and opportunities in the evolving financial landscape. Transforming your financial mindset. Financial transformation begins with a fundamental shift in how you think about and interact with money. The journey from cheap mindset to an expensive mindset requires deliberate action, consistent practice, and unwavering commitment to your financial goals. This transformation isn't merely about changing your spending habits. It's about rewiring your entire relationship with money. The first step in transforming your financial mindset is acknowledging your current beliefs about money. These beliefs often stem from childhood experiences, family dynamics, and societal influences. Many people carry limiting beliefs such as money is the root of all evil or rich people are greedy. These negative associations create invisible barriers to wealth accumulation. By identifying and challenging these beliefs, you can begin to develop a healthier perspective on wealth creation. Developing new money habits is crucial for this transformation. Start by tracking every dollar you spend and earn. This practice creates awareness and helps you identify patterns in your financial behavior. Wealthy individuals maintain this habit regardless of their net worth because it provides valuable insights into their financial health. They understand that what gets measured gets managed. Creating a wealth-building environment is essential for sustainable change. This includes surrounding yourself with financially successful people, consuming educational content about money and investing, and participating in activities that expand your financial knowledge. Your environment shapes your thoughts and actions, so create one that supports your financial goals. Implementing systematic saving and investing strategies marks another crucial aspect of the transformation. Rather than saving what's left after spending, wealthy individuals spend what's left after saving and investing. Set up automatic transfers to savings and investment accounts immediately after receiving income. This removes emotion from the equation and ensures consistent wealth building. Risk tolerance must also evolve during this transformation. Moving from a cheap to an expensive mindset requires embracing calculated risks. This doesn't mean being reckless with money, but rather understanding that some level of risk is necessary for significant returns. Start small and gradually increase your comfort level with investment risks as your knowledge and experience grow. Income expansion becomes a natural focus during this transformation. Look for opportunities to increase your earning potential through skill development, side businesses, or investment opportunities. The expensive mindset seeks multiple income streams and understands that relying solely on a paycheck limits wealth potential. Developing a long-term perspective is crucial. While the cheap mindset focuses on immediate gratification and short-term savings, the expensive mindset considers the future impact of financial decisions. This includes planning for retirement, creating generational wealth, and building sustainable income streams that will provide value for years to come. Learning to value time differently is another essential aspect of this transformation. The expensive mindset understands that time is a non-renewable resource and makes decisions accordingly. This might mean paying for services that free up time for more valuable activities or investing in education that will yield long-term benefits. Your relationship with debt must also transform. While the cheap mindset avoids all debt, the expensive mindset understands how to use good debt as leverage for wealth creation. This might include taking calculated loans for business expansion or real estate investment while maintaining a healthy debt-to-income ratio. The transformation from a cheap to an expensive mindset requires patience and persistence. It's about making small, consistent changes that compound over time to create significant results. Each decision to invest rather than spend, to learn rather than assume, and to grow rather than stay comfortable moves you closer to your financial goals. This transformation is not about becoming someone else, but about evolving into a more financially sophisticated version of yourself.